Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As promised, we are going to be trying out all of the goodies I got from the Glossier Black Friday sale. So I'm gonna start off with the Glossier Stretch Fluid Foundation. And really quick, I want to show you again the little makeup bag that I picked up. Love the little red tabs here. Very big makeup bag. You have this like empty slot in the front, and then, oh, by the way, in the back you have like the Glossier emojis. And then all the goodies I got on the inside. This makeup bag comes with this insert that you can take out if you want, and then you have like this pocket in the back, and there is no pocket up against this wall. You have this amazing insert. It's the same accent color from the red tabs here and the red font. It's also the same red from their You fragrance. So let's go ahead and get started. I did get actually three of these Balm.com lippies. I just did a short on that featuring all the colors, so you can check that out if you're wondering what they look like. I picked up a Cloud Paint, which is like their blush in Wisp, their hand cream, which I will try at the end of the video, and their setting powder. This is the Wowder Weightless Finishing Powder. I picked up the shade. What shade is this? It says G8 through G10, but why do I feel like somehow that's not? Oh yeah, it is G8 through G10 Wowder. I guess that's the shade. Okay. So one more look at the inside of this bag. This insert is held together by snaps. If you guys can see that, this snaps in and snaps out to keep this insert in place and sturdy. I am pleasantly surprised with this bag, and it's a shame that they don't sell it at Sephora. This is like exclusive to their site. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I have got my beauty blender, which I cleaned, and we are gonna try this foundation. The shade I picked up was Light 2. You get 1 fluid ounce in this foundation, and this is described as a light to medium coverage natural finish foundation. This is a clean beauty brand, and it does come with a pump, thank God. I think all liquid foundations need to come with a pump. You know what really gets me? Estee Lauder Double Wear, you gotta buy the pump separate. Okay, I digress. So, whoa. Okay, I'm just gonna start off with 1 pump because I feel like that's quite a lot of foundation. And I'm going to evenly distribute this on my face. Doesn't smell like anything, which makes sense. If it's a clean beauty brand, usually things are not scented. I think I'm gonna apply a second pump because since I cleaned my beauty blender and it's fresh, we all know when you recently clean your beauty blender, it tends to soak up a little bit more product than the norm. Okay, going in with a second pump, which already like great coverage, but I feel like it did not cover up. Like I was left without foundation around my nose and my eyelids and my forehead. So builds up nicely though. I feel like the next time I use my beauty blender with this foundation, I will be able to just use 1 pump would be more than enough. Blends out easily, very nicely. and I guessed my shade very well. I guessed based on their description, and they apparently have very good descriptions of their foundations because this is my shade. My nose, the tip of my nose is very red today. It's because it's cold. It's like in the 50s here in Florida. That's unheard of for us Floridians. We don't understand that kind of weather. By the way, packaging super sturdy. Like, it's weighty, the top is substantial, so is the pump. So that's my first impressions on that. Let's go ahead and set this foundation with the Wowder powder. And we're gonna be using a Sonia G Cheek Pro brush to set this foundation. It has, by the way, the top has this little like top here because the powder has this indentation. I'm peeling off this paper so that when you close it, this presses up against the powder and it doesn't make a mess, which I can appreciate. None of us like a mess. Okay. Going in with the Sonia G brush very lightly because I also guessed on the shade based on the number. They just said that if you chose light 2, this would be your corresponding shade. The only thing I am having an issue with is that I can't use the top to work this powder into my brush. So I'm kind of just improvising here before applying this to my face. And I'm using tapping motions first because I'm not familiar with this product, and so I don't know exactly what to expect. Again, there's no scent, and the reason I'm saying that is because there are going to be some products that I'm going to use in this video that are going to be scented. And so I want to like let you guys know what's scented and what is not scented. Okay, so far the setting powder feels nice. And of course I will be wearing this and doing a check-in with you guys between 4 or 6 hours depending on how my day turns out. Ever since I had a kid, I don't like making solid promises that I can't keep. So depending on how my day goes, I will do either 1 or 2 check-ins between the 4 or 6 hour mark. The powder applies really smoothly, so I am very impressed with that. Next, I'm going in with this Clarins bronzer, and I'm using my Refer number 4 brush because I did not pick up any bronzers from this brand. So just sculpting the face, adding a little bit of warmth. I changed the angle of where I was filming because the light is actually on this side of the room. And just so you guys can see a little bit better. This is a very subtle bronze. And now let's go in with some blush. So I picked up the color Wisp because for some reason this shade you can only pick up on the Glossier website. This is not available at Sephora. I don't know why, and you can see it's sealed. And we're just gonna pop this baby open. I am going to use an IT Cosmetics foundation brush, which, by the way, look how cool this is. This is one of the ones that came out, I think it's during like October. Every year during October, they come out with like a limited edition foundation brush, and I usually pick them up every year. Okay, so I'm gonna use about this much. This is a beautiful, like, cool toned lavender color. I don't know how this is gonna look. I've never used this, and so I hope it doesn't lift my foundation because I already set my face. Maybe I should have set my face after. Ugh, I'm not familiar with this brand, so we are gonna wing it, and let's see how this turns out. So I'm using tapping motions, and this is super easy to blend out actually. Kind of flipping my brush around to get a good angle. This is a lot brighter than I anticipated, but I feel that if I just keep blending it, I'm bringing it up to my temples. I really like doing that. It's just a me thing. And I feel like if I keep blending it, it will blend out to what I need it to. And I did not use as much as I took out. You can see, like, that's how much is left. But yeah, look how it just blends into nothingness. And I'm not gonna build it up because I don't want to ruin the look. I am gonna be wearing this all day, and I don't want to look like a clown, but I'm assuming you can build this up. All right, so I'm gonna leave this right here. I'm gonna forego highlighter. I did not pick up highlighter from this brand. By the way, I did apply some of the blush onto the bridge of my nose. Next, I'm gonna go in with the REM liquid eyeshadow in Lab Coat. She is stunning. I'm gonna swatch her. I recently uploaded a video using Fembot, and I didn't use this one in that video, but I did swatch it for you guys. So I am going to feature it in this video. I find this particular shadow to be very appropriate for this look. All right. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques 300 brush. This is the deluxe crease brush, and I'm gonna blend this out. This particular liquid shadow looks great blended out with a brush. You can use your finger, but the brush works just fine for me. And I feel like the pink lavender shift that this liquid shadow has goes perfectly with like the lavender blush I decided to apply. And you don't have to be careful with this product. It does a very good job at blending out seamlessly. You guys also saw how well these wore in that other video. I worked out and everything, and they did not budge, did not crease. I didn't have to use eyeshadow primer. So next up, I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of eyeliner. This is my Chanel Psyche shade 959, and I am going to tightline my top lash line with this. Next, let's apply some Kosas brow gel. I heard Glossier has an amazing brow gel, but I did not pick it up because I am all good with brow gel. I have a lot, but definitely something on my list to try, maybe this year. Okay, next let's go in with some mascara. I'm gonna go in with the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water mascara, and this is just a black tubing mascara. I did apply some of the mascara off camera because it's a challenge. For this look, I'm gonna apply the lavender shade of the balm.com. Let me swatch this here for you guys so you can see. This is literally the same color as the blush that I applied. And I just want to let you know the blush has set down. It did not move my foundation even though I set my face prior to it. This is scented. Obviously, all of the balm.coms are scented according to their shade name. So this is lavender. Naturally, it smells like lavender. It is a very soft lavender shade. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of the scent, the lavender scent, but this is doable. It doesn't linger. And spoiler alert, I have been using these. And it very much is a salve, true to, you know, its name. It's like it says it's a universal salve. So true to its name, that's exactly what it is. It is a thick salve for the lips. A little bit goes a long way. They are pigmented, and this is one layer of lavender. And the only issue I have with these is they have a taste that lingers. While you wear it, not a big fan of that. But the formula of this is awesome. This is 2 layers. And I'm gonna leave this right there. It has a lip applicator, which this was recently repackaged this way. Best decision I think they made. I tend to wipe my tube off after using it because this has like a little stick inside the top, as you can see, and it'll push the product down, but sometimes that'll cause it to ooze out a little bit. So I just kind of clean it to prevent a mess. I totally get why this is like one of their best-selling products. This is really good. I like this. It's nourishing. This is a solid one. So I'm glad that I picked up the other 2. This is part of the permanent line, but these 2 are limited edition shades, which is the hot cocoa and the cookie butter ones, which by the way, just recently dropped at Sephora. These have been out all holiday season. You know what they weren't part of? They were not available during the Sephora sale. But that's okay, because I ended up getting 30% off of these, so I'm not mad. They smell absolutely delicious, delicious. And this hot cocoa smells like that Swiss chocolate. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. This is what I'm talking about. That stick that's in the middle of the top, look what it does. You see how it like pushes out the product? These are, just want you to know, heavily scented, unlike the other products. But this is like a beautiful chocolate brown, which is, I mean, true to its name, hot cocoa. And then cookie butter is this really beautiful nudie caramel shade. These will be living in my purse. And of course, I will update you guys as I use them throughout the year. Eventually they will end up in my empties, and then I can give you like a really good comprehensive review on like my overall thoughts for this. But so far I like. Back to the blush. It's set down to a natural finish. What that means is it's not a satin finish, it's not a matte finish, it's not a dewy finish. It's like just right. There is a very natural luminosity to the skin. Let's switch lighting so you guys can see this in better light. All right, so you can see that blush. Isn't that beautiful? And then here is lab coat. Okay, I will check in with you guys in several hours and let you know how this is held up. Okay guys, it has been 8 hours of wear with this foundation. I can't believe I made it. I'm wearing cookie butter on my lips. It looks reddish because I had my Merit Aperitif lipstick on a couple hours ago. And the salves are really great on lips. I really like it, but let's talk about this foundation. So there has been no breakage. The REM eyeshadow is intact, no creasing, nothing. This foundation, I'm thoroughly impressed. It has a really nice finish. It does not look like I have a ton of makeup on. There is a slight creasing right here. But other than that, it has held up so nicely. That blush, you can see my skin completely like soaked it up, and it has this very natural stain to the skin. I am thoroughly pleased with this foundation. Usually in my T-zone, it's, you know, where my oils break up the most. So you can see that my nose is a bit shinier than the rest of my face. I have been dabbing my nose because it's really cold, and my nose has been running, and it has held up really, really well. I didn't have high expectations for this foundation, and I really didn't know what to expect really, but I'm pleasantly surprised. I really, really am. So in reference to the hand cream, my battery actually ran out before I could show you guys the hand cream. So I had it charging this entire time. So the hand cream is the same scent as their You fragrance, a much softer version of that fragrance. And can we just talk about the packaging for this? I can appreciate the fact that the top is attached to the vessel, because I can snap it off with one hand and not have to worry about if I drop the top or where is the top, you know? And the little spout on the bottle is awesome. Like, it doesn't get dirty or anything. I've reapplied twice. The moisture on this is fairly nice. It leaves your hands like silky smooth without leaving your hands greasy or sticky. You know what I mean? There's some fragrance creams that will leave your hands kind of sticky-ish. I think it's a really good formula. I can tell why people rave about it. And so for our first impressions, I really do like the cream. I actually am very impressed with all the products from Glossier. Again, the only thing I don't like is the taste of those Bomb.coms. They smell amazing, but they don't taste how they smell. They have a plasticky taste to them that I'm not really digging. But as I use it a little bit more, I will update you guys. So this is a nice little first impressions on this foundation. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend. I mean, it has stayed intact. And it has been a long day. So I'll keep you guys posted how I end up getting along with this foundation, using it with other products that are not Glossier, because that's also important to know. And then that's it. That completes this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you next time. Bye.